What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here, welcome back to the channel, and welcome to another episode of WWE's Biggest Issue. This week's episode is on the topic of who should challenge Mandy Rose for the NXT Women's title next. Now before we get started, I want to point out to you guys, at the time that I'm recording and posting this video, which will be the same day, it is Sunday, February 13th. We're getting close to Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day to everybody who is going to be celebrating. Not me, of course, but you guys are wondering why am I posting my video? Why am I posting Monday's video today? Truth be told, I actually have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so I'm not going to be able to post the video. So I'm going to be posting it today, and then we'll be back to our regular scheduled filming on Tuesday, which by then, I'm actually going to be posting 2 videos in a single day. Obviously, the typical Yu-Gi-Oh news video, and then the results for none other than Vengeance Day. So make sure you guys are prepared, because it's going to be insane. Not only that, but I'm actually posting on Instagram today's video, earlier today, which was my X-Saber deck profile. So as I'm doing that, give me 1 second. Alright, I'm actually going to take care of that here in a second. But anyway, yeah, so the question is, who should challenge Mandy Rose for the NXT Women's title? So there's a pretty good amount of talent in the NXT Women's division that would be perfect candidates to face Rose for her title after her victory over Kaylee Ray in a very controversial manner, of course. We've got Amari Miller, we've got Candice LeRae, but unfortunately, she's actually she's actually expecting this month, actually, from what Johnny Gargano said back in after War Games. We have Cora Jade, Dakota Kai, we have Elektra Lopez, we have Gigi Dolan, part of Toxic Attraction, Mandy's team. We have Indy Hartwell, Io Shirai, Ivy Nile, JC Jane, another member of Toxic Attraction, Casey Catanzaro. We've got obviously Kaylee Ray, Kaden Carter, Lash Legend. We also have as well Persia Parada, Raquel Gonzales, Saray, Tiffany Stratton, Valentina Feroz, Yulisa Leon, and Zoe Stark. So let's look at some of the different scenarios that could possibly come up if if we come across each opponent for Mandy Rose. So obviously Amari Miller, still young, she still has a lot of potential. She does have a few wins under her belt, but the only problem is that in a big stage like a NXT premium live event, apparently it's going to be called now, from now on, she would definitely crack under pressure. So I really don't see her challenging for a title at anytime soon. Maybe give it another 8 months at best. She'll probably challenge for the title at some point. Now if Candice LeRae was still able to compete in NXT, she would be a massive threat to Rose's reign as champion for a multitude of reasons. One of which is the fact that Mandy Rose hasn't been in NXT since 2017-ish, right around there. And Candice LeRae has been a part of NXT since then, since that time. So we'll say 2017, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So 5 years. So obviously Candice LeRae has more experience in NXT than Mandy Rose. But let's not forget Candice LeRae is also a former NXT Women's Tag Team Champion as well. And with an accolade like that, could really really propel her into challenging for the NXT women's title, which is a very high possibility. Cora Jade, don't get me wrong, she did get a title shot at New Year's Evil in that triple threat match with Raquel Gonzales and Rose, but the only problem is that her eagerness to be on the main stage became her ultimate downfall at New Year's Evil. Yes, she did pick up the victory for her team at War Games, but that was just one measly match. That was just one match. So the question is, could Cora Jade become a threat to Mandy's run as champion? It's a high possibility, but she doesn't have that killer instinct that Booker T, the Hall of Famer, always talks about during the premium live event kickoff shows. Then of course we got Dakota Kai, another former tag team champion. With how insane she is, it's possible. It is very possible, to say the very least. I will say this though, if it does come down to Dakota Kai being the number one contender, it's possible that she can use Toxic Attraction to her advantage, because, well, it's Dakota Kai. Then of course we got Elektra Lopez. Probably, I would say Elektra Lopez will probably be the biggest threat to Mandy's run as champion, because not just because of the fact that she has Legado del Fantasma in her corner, but it's more so of the fact that Elektra Lopez is more hungry to be a champion than any of the other superstars in the NXT women's division. And then of course Gigi Dolan. I really don't see any member of Toxic Attraction facing off against Rose for the title. But if Gigi Dolan were to turn her back on Toxic Attraction, which could happen, then she could, then with what she's capable of in the ring, she could be another threat to Mandy's run as champion. Then of course we got Indy Hartwell. I really don't see her becoming NXT Women's Champion anytime soon. Io Shirai could be another potential threat, because she was I believe she's the second longest reigning NXT Women's Champion in NXT history, which is an impressive feat. Ivy Nile Ivy Nile versus Mandy Rose could be interesting, because both are former bodybuilders, but the thing is that Ivy Nile was once a part of the Titan Games, which I believe was on NBC, if I remember correctly. Big shout out, of course, no copyrights, of course. You all know how this works with the algorithm, but I could definitely see Ivy Nile challenging for the title if she was given that opportunity. But with the fact that Toxic Attraction just pretty much owns the NXT Women's Division, I don't see it happening anytime soon. But it is possible. Now, if JC Jane were to turn her back on Toxic Attraction, it really wouldn't work out so well, because she'd probably lose to Mandy Rose within minutes. So yeah, I really don't see that happening anytime soon. Casey Catanzaro and Kaden Carter, I don't see them challenging for that title anytime soon. They're more, I think honestly they're best suited to be a part of the tag team division in NXT, taking on, competing in the Women's Dusty Cup, which I'm pretty sure that's gonna happen anyway. And they could, as far as that goes, they could be massive threats to Toxic Attraction's run as tag team champions, but we will see. Then of course we got Kaylee Ray. Even though she just had that match last week, it's possible we could see a rematch at some point, and the rematch might come out. The outcome might be just a little bit different. Now, Lash Legend, on the other hand, that's Lash Legend versus Mandy Rose. That would be a very interesting matchup because obviously Lash Legend is probably one of the more powerful superstars on the roster. Obviously, second to Raquel Gonzales, of course, but it's possible. It is very possible. But the only downside is that Lash Legend is more focused on her on her eyelashes than her in-ring capabilities, if you will. Yes, she does. Yes, she has had a little bit of success on 205 Live, but in NXT, she's got a long way to go. Long way to go. Persia Pirotta really don't see it happening anytime soon. Her and Indy Hartwell have a match for the tag team titles this Tuesday at Vengeance Day, which is going to be a crazy matchup. Now, Raquel Gonzales, I believe she is still owed a one-on-one rematch for the NXT Women's title, so we could see that rematch come up. If it does, who knows? Who knows? I think, honestly, the only outcome that would come from this would probably be Dakota Kai getting involved again, like she did at Halloween Havoc, which is a possibility, but we will see. Now, Saray, that would be an interesting one. Saray coming back from dealing with some issues, with some personal issues from what I was hearing, coming back with a brand new hairstyle, but still the same old Saray that we know and love. Absolutely incredible. A world-renowned champion. Let's not forget that she is a world-renowned champion. She could be a big pain in the ass to Mandy Rose, which is possible, but we will see in the upcoming weeks. Tiffany Stratton, no, I really don't see Stratton going after the title anytime soon. Not even Daddy's Money will be able to get her into the NXT Women's title picture. She would have to earn that herself. Now, as far as Valentina Feroz, no, I really don't. No. Yulisa Leon, I really don't see any of those two going after the title, because they prefer to go after the women's tag team title, so I don't blame them. Now, Wendy Chu, on the other hand, that's an interesting one, because Wendy Chu has been she's been a part of NXT for quite some time. She had multiple characters. I think she had I think what was it, Karen Q, if I remember correctly. Then she had Mei Ying, if I remember right, and now Wendy Chu. I could definitely see Wendy Chu going after the NXT Women's title, but Becky Lynch, the Raw Women's Champion, wants Wendy Chu in the Women's Elimination Chamber match this coming Saturday, which is possible. It's possible we could see that, but only time will tell. Only time will tell. But as far as Zoe Stark, I know that she's still rehabbing from her knee injury, but if she comes back, she could be a massive threat to Mandy's run as champion for a multitude of reasons. One of which is the fact that she's competed in the ring against former NXT Women's Champions such as Raquel Gonzales, such as Io Shirai. So she knows how to outmaneuver the former champions. And plus, Mandy Rose is I would consider Mandy Rose to be probably one of the most dominant NXT Women's Champions that we've had since Shayna Baszler, and that's saying a lot. That is saying a lot, because Shayna Baszler was stupid dominant for over 400 days as champion. That's impressive. That is, excuse me. That is absolutely impressive. So the question is, who could who should challenge? If I had to pick three, if I had to pick only three, I would probably have to say Zoe Stark would be one of them. Kaylee Ray, or actually no, sorry, I take that back. Zoe Stark, Elektra Lopez, and Dakota Kai. Those would probably be the top three possible challengers for Mandy Rose and the NXT Women's Title. Zoe Stark, because as I said before, Zoe Stark has competed against former NXT Women's Champions before, and she knows how to outmaneuver that. And not only that, she's looking for some payback against Toxic Attraction. So that could really fuel her going up against someone the likes of Mandy Rose, which is a possibility. But Elektra Lopez, again, all three of those women could be potential threats to Mandy's run as champion. But there's only one problem. The rest of Toxic Attraction, Dolan and Jane, they are going to be massive pains in the asses for Dakota Kai, for Elektra Lopez, for Zoe Stark. But if there's anybody that can outsmart all the members of Toxic Attraction, is definitely those three, especially Elektra Lopez. Elektra Lopez, don't let the suit, don't let any of that fool you. She is one tough. She is one tough woman. She is as tough as they come. She's been in the ring with women the likes of Raquel Gonzales, and of course also Zoe Stark as well. So she knows her way around the ring, and with Legado del Fantasma, that could be bad news for Mandy Rose. Now Dakota Kai, with how many title opportunities she's had, which is not a whole lot, she's definitely even more hungry to be NXT Women's Champion than pretty much anyone else on the roster. So I could definitely see her going after the title. But if I had to pick one between those three, that's actually kind of hard. I would have to say, honestly, say Elektra Lopez, because the thing about Lopez is that she's only had a small handful of matches, because she's more of a she's become more of the managerial type in Legado del Fantasma more than an in-ring competitor. But if she continues to compete in the ring like more and more often, then she can be a big threat to Mandy Rose's run as champion. And if there was a number one contenders match, I would put my money on Elektra Lopez hands down. But that brings me to the question of the day: who do you guys want to see challenge Mandy Rose for the NXT Women's Title in the future? Let me know in the comments below. And that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash the thumbs up button if you guys are new to the channel and you guys want to see more episodes of WWE's Biggest Issue, which get posted every Monday. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you guys do not miss out on any new content that comes your way. And be sure to follow me on Twitter and on Instagram. All the links will be in the description below. And if you guys have any fan mail you want to send me, you guys want to see me open it up on the channel, the info will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.